Hey guys, I'm wrthcrw, a professional Apex Legends coach who's worked with over 300 students across all skill levels, both casual and professional. Today's video is a coaching session where I talk to a student grinding no-fill trios. While their mechanical skill is insanely high, they struggle in actually engaging and breaking down fights with full teams. Loot becomes the largest decisive factor, and we discuss how important it is and how these fights should be structured. If you guys enjoy the coaching content, be sure to subscribe and like the video. And if you want your own coaching session, check out the description below. Without further ado, let's go and get in the video. Not really too much to say there. You get no audio into a guy that peeks you at an opportune time, and then you get run up on by some guy in your back. It'll happen.
I think I get like loot diff when I do like solo trio, so I don't know if I'm like looting the wrong areas or if I'm just like racing.
Trios will typically have a lot more loot, just because they get the opportunity to loot more things. I like the grenade usage. It's very creative here, but you do give up a lot of space, which isn't like a wrong thing.
So weird. I'm so used to people just like
Turbo whipping you,
like,
yeah.
trio sleep. Yeah.
It's hard to tell sometimes. It's playing safer is better than playing more aggressive. Like playing aggressive, you can get really rewarded for it, but like it's also.
Who are you? Sorry if these are like long.
No, you're fine. No, these are awesome. These are perfect. These are literally exactly what I want. Like I want raw, unedited gameplay of you because I want to see your decision making and how you approach a lot of these fights. This is perfect. I'm not saying much because I need to get an idea. I want to see you play a little bit more aggressively here, mostly because of the fact, like I understand the idea of playing passive here. Don't get me wrong, I completely understand here, and it would be probably the better play here had you had resources. When you don't have loot, you need to get loot. The best way to get loot is to either loot or kill people with loot. Right here, as soon as I'm 90 cracking this guy, I'm wide swinging this guy. Like I can die here for it, sure, but the chance, but I'm gonna die because I don't have loot anyway. Right. Obviously, you can take the mindset that it's not as worth to go for the risk there, but especially if you are a content creator, you kind of want to go for stuff like that just to get the kills. Not only that, but one, it sets up good clips. Two, it helps you be more aggressive in general when you seem to play very passively, which is okay. That's not, again, like I said, it's not the wrong play, right? But it can lead to certain problems in certain areas of no fill. Like here, you give up so much space. Oh my god, you're like running away, right? You're just like full running away, and you just kind of negate the whole idea of fighting that. You could have absolutely killed that guy. Oh, you're getting chased, right? No, you're not.
I kind of do like a full loop.
Yeah, you spend your time doing like nothing here because you're trying to loot and look for ammo, right?
Yeah.
Like I had ammo on him. I mean, it might not have been light ammo, but it could have been, a gun you could have swapped to. And now you're basically in the same position you were. 2 whole ass minutes ago. Yeah, like you're the same position you were. You didn't get anything, right? And like realistically, that's about what you have to gain by looting. When you're being a content creator, especially, you want to be, a little more entertaining, which, is kind of a more meta aspect to it, sure, but it's something that you should still consider. You should be comfortable getting the fuck in there, especially because every single second you take longer to fight this now, you're gonna get loot diffed in late game later too now, especially. You're not gonna work off team with like red armors and shit. Like realistically, it could happen in like a minute. and then you get fucked. You get a purple mag. You get a purple mag though, which is nice. But like that guy also might have had a purple mag, and you don't have any batteries now either too. And taking this fight is definitely harder. You don't have resources. I want you to try and play more aggressively because you inherently have to take more risk. I think you're very risk adverse because of the fact that you play no fill, which is okay. Don't get me wrong. Like a lot of what I'm saying here is like, oh, you can do this, but you have to be careful. It's like you have to make decisions, right? And there is no
why are you swinging on flesh?
Imperatively right decision you could make here.
Bro,
you understand?
Yeah.
You're so dumb.
Based on all the information you have to make decisions. And here, you have to understand what you're sacrificing here in making a decision. Because right now, 5 squads, 11 people. What is this game gonna surmount to be? At most, 10 kills, and that means you killed literally everybody in the lobby, right? A 10 kill, like maybe 5k damage game, which wouldn't be like awful, right? But like,
yeah,
you're not really aiming for 10 kills. You're aiming for 20, 24, 25, shit like that, right? I'm sure that's more what you want, right? Which requires you in all these situations with. So 3 minutes ago, all the way back here, kill this guy, right? Look how many teams fought in between you fighting on Octane, running all the way back here. We literally went from 10 squads 25 to 5 squads 11, right? It was like literally the lobby lost so many people in it. Like 13, lost like 13 people in it. And you didn't participate in a single one of those fights, and you shouldn't feel
I don't get kills.
Comfortable with that. Make sense?
Yeah.
You're what? Your mic's cutting out a little bit.
Oh, sorry. I see how it like ties into loot and then like just the overall flow of the game more.
Yeah. Like, don't get me wrong, you don't have loot, and it's hard to get loot. So distinction to loot is fine, but you have to make sure that it's also better to kill somebody and then just go take all their loot, because you also haven't had the ability to craft, you haven't had the ability to land. Oh my god, that looks awful. I don't know how you died. That looks awful. What? Oh,
yeah, I just exploded right there.
Oh my god. No fill moment, dude. That's so depressing. No fill moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just got a team shot. That's really unfortunate. But also, white helmet. You know what that is?
Oh yeah.
Loot, right? You actually wouldn't have died here if you had loot. Like on that swing. If you had a blue helmet or purple helmet, you wouldn't have died there. That Sentinel wouldn't have 158'd you. And it's important to recognize things like that. Try and be more aggressive in the early game. You want to amalgamate as many risks as possible in the early game. Obviously, too many, and you're kind of just going to die after drop. It depends. You should strike a healthy mix between being really aggressive early game, try and be as aggressive, try and set yourself up for as big of a YouTube game as possible, right? And then once you start having momentum, once you start having 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 kills off drop, start playing a little slower because you don't want to die. First off, and second off, you want these fights you take to be clean. You don't want to be a little bit risky with it, right? Make sense?
Yeah.
I really think it's important to look at this death here. It's really important to look at this death as a loot death and not just you got shit on death, right? Like sure, you did get shit on, right? If you have a helmet, if you have a better helmet there, by killing somebody who looted more than you, you would be fine.
Probably gotta be weird, man.
Yeah, for sure, punch you, man. For sure. Yeah, for sure, man. You're real.
Every opportunity to not be weird.
Nice beam. Okay.
Oh, I suck. Who are you?
What are you doing?
Happy.
Bro, dude, you're disgusting.
Yeah.
That was filthy. Very nice. You just gonna leave now? no loot, right?
And this one kind of follows the same kind of like flow as the last match.
So
From here is just basically me running around. I run back to the bridge in
oh my god,
Promenade and back around before I actually start fighting.
Okay. And why is that? Because you don't have loot again?
Yeah. I guess I'm like prioritizing having ammo to shoot at people.
Yeah, you do need ammo to shoot. I mean, you do need ammo to shoot at people. Like right now, you got 0 gun, blue mac car. Like, okay, cool. Let me throw it at them, right?
Yeah.
And you like you no longer have the option to kill people. You kind of just do need to go find loot. There was a level earlier you can try and go for if you want, but like okay, you're getting shot anyway, so you're just running. Yeah, like you don't really have an option here other than to run, right? Which is unfortunate. You do just get barred out of having a really good game here because of the fact that you have to loot all this shit, right? Armor. And you come back. Yeah, that's fine. Your looting time wasn't that long. The main thing I want you to be conscientious of, especially when you are low on loot, like low on ammo, low on bullets, low on anything, right? Low on meds. Everything you use has to be used with a very specific, deliberate intention. You have to be like, I have to use this ammo to kill this guy. I have to use this grenade to kill this guy. I have to use this bat on 1 peak, and I have 1 peak, and that's it, right? So you take a more aggressive, you take a wider peak, right? I want you to think about risk, right? For example, risk is something that you have to become very comfortable with. I'm sure you are comfortable with it. But if you're gonna die, and the risk of something is death, that risk has no cost. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Here, for example, you have grenades. You have like a mag left for your gun. Why is YouTube doing that? You have like 2 mags for your gun. You have to kill a full team of 3 people. Not easy. You hit a pretty good spray there. Not bad. Pick up the grenade here. You need to stick this guy. You should tell yourself here that you need to stick this guy. Sticking this guy would have made this fight way more bearable. Actually, you actually might have been able to stay here and fight for this. Make sense?
Yeah.
There's just you're not using the resources super correctly here. And then here, I'm not trying to kill this guy with my gun. I'm trying to throw a grenade at this guy and try and throw a grenade at me. So try to push me. I can just blow him up with grenades and then run outside. I still can't believe you jumped through this Pathfinder that as you did. That was actually crazy. But like the smaller parts of the resource acquisition are gonna get punished here. When you have to use something, when you're running out of stuff, you have to make sure that you get value out of it. Whether it be you are specifically like maybe holding the arc star a little bit longer than normal, right? Like you just make like literally the simple as aiming the arc star for half a second to make it guaranteed to hit it is something you should get used to. Or something you should do. Also, you should have taken that bow, but I understand why you probably didn't.
I tend to do better with like just tracking.
Yeah, that's fair.
That one doing?
You can kill this guy. You can kill this guy. Nice. Good shots.
Yeah.
Good shots. Nice. And now you're ordered with all the loot. Okay, what's that guy's inventory? Nemesis, R9, frag grenade. This guy had nothing.
Sure it's a 13.
Actually.
You heard somebody.
Is somebody still up here? Honestly. Oh, there's Putin. Perfect. I basically.
What? Why is that guy there in 22 HP?
Yeah, I guess he got hit on by that cattle.
Yes, that was just bizarre. The bolt's still here. They're chasing you.
Oh, that sucked. GG. My fault.
Okay. Here, you should try to opt to try and strafe him, this guy. You do mirror him at the end here, but you should start this fight with a mirror. Also, your spacing this fight is really bad. You're playing way too far back. You need to walk closer to him. I know that might sound antithetical to walk closer to a controller player, right? But the spacing, have you ever like 1v1 a controller player?
Occasionally I'll like 1v1 one of my controller friends. But I don't usually get too close to them. I kind of like bounce around between different cover.
Yeah, here this is a good fight to take, even because I think this guy's he's either solo or he's split from his team. Either way, you want to take this fight. Here, you should opt to try and strafe this guy, because if he's not solo, you need to kill him as fast as possible, right? It's really important that you're spacing here. When I break down spacing for fighting people, there's 3 ranges: close, medium, far, and then there's medium, far, and then close, medium, right? There's this place, which is the Goldilocks zone of aim assist. This is like the perfect place for aim assist. This is where 4-3 linear is at like its strongest, right? I'm sure you've been here before. I'm sure you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
This is where you die, like you just blow up, right? You guess where you were in this fight? Like right here.
Was I in?
Like right here? Yeah. You're like on the right. You're like right on the edge of it. You need to either back up, but backing up just cuts off LOS. You can't see him anymore, right? You need to walk closer to this guy. If you ever have the opportunity to want to be a controller player again and like get feedback from them, not just like some random guy, if you walk this close to a controller player, they can't hit you. By the way, it's really important to know, because one, you are too big and you are too fast for aim assist to be able to do anything. They have crosshair slowdown in you, so they can't really catch up to you ever. And if you just keep moving out like off their screen every single time, like you're just hitting like a long strafe, or you're mixing it up and throwing them off or whatever, they're not able to hit you. This is a really good thing to know, so you can abuse it and run the fuck at controller players, because speed is not your problem. You play fast, you can move fast, you can do movement shit, you can slide jump, you can do all the cool stuff, right? You can get into this space with somebody, but you need to be conscientious of it and be aware of the fact that this is a place you can play. Obviously, it's dangerous because you have to cross through here, and if you get punished in here, it hurts a lot. But if you're already in this zone, like I said, it's better to take 100 damage here than it is to get 1 clipped here, right?
Yeah.
Obviously, you don't get 1 clipped here, but it's even more of an argument as to why you could have just walked up on this guy, right? Obviously, if you had teammates that were obviously in the area, like somewhere nearby, that would definitely obviously be the worst play, because he's so isolated by himself, right? Or he's a solo. Walking up to him here is completely fine. Does he have red armor, or is that?
He does have red armor.
Yeah. This is an example of getting overall loot diff, right? Would you have killed him? Probably not, right? But even like a mag on your gun, a mag on your other gun would have helped you out here, right? A purple mag on your car might have helped you kill that guy. Like, I want you to focus, especially when you're playing no fill, to get more loot so you can exercise that loot against other people, against more people. Okay, whether it be taking more fights or just landing in a slightly better spot. Because if you're dying in situations where you're dying like these like high crowded areas, because some people are landing there, you need to land a little bit safer. I know that might not be what you want to hear, but like the loot will pay off, right? Obviously, landing where everybody's landing is attractive. It is nice because you get all the kills. But what's the point if you have to stop fighting, right?
Yeah.
What's the point if you have to spend 5 minutes walking off to go fight and then walk all the way back, right?
I definitely do like feel that for like Olympus, where Estates is like a really popular hot drop.
Like there's no loot anywhere.
Yeah, there's no loot anywhere. And there's
so
like
bad. Energy Depot is way better. Speaking of, but like Energy Depot is way better because there's actually loot in places you can actually go get loot at, right?
I actually really love landing here for solo.
It's so fun. It's so fun. I love conning it in ranked. I love landing here solo. I love landing here in pubs. I love everything. This POI is like great. That's a good nade.
What the?
Okay, never mind.
I actually have no idea.
Nice shots. That was a nice beam. That was actually really good. Nice. I have no idea where that guy came from. I think he climbed. I'm pretty sure he climbed up from here and then slid out that way. That's my guess. That was not easy shot to hit. Very nice.
Oh, it's the same cat.
Yeah. I think this kind of like follows a lot of the same flow from like the earlier fights where I'm like running off to get more loot and then coming back.
Here you don't really need to run back. You can't reset
I
here.
need to start remembering armor swaps.
But
there are 2 white swaps in that lower building.
You don't have meds to reset again, so you have to commit and stick to whatever fight happens in here. That should be something you know. If you try and back up here, you are gonna get fucked.
What are you shooting at? No shields. This is
You can't take that long of a shot. You just have to leave.
less than ideal.
That's what I ended up doing. I actually died here because I don't know, but I think I just like slid off into her face. Got mad for it.
Walk at this guy. You're in the aim assist zone. You're in the aim assist zone. You're in the aim assist zone. Walk at this guy. Okay, that guy is really. Oh my god. Yeah, you should have just walked to this guy. To be honest with you, it would have helped you a lot. But this guy missed every fucking bullet. Jesus Christ. Ginger Hulk 405, get it together, man. But to be honest with you, you don't need to drop down here. You do the apex player thing, and you just drop off your high ground. You don't need to drop off here to fight this guy. You could fight him on low ground. I know he balls height, obviously, but this guy wasn't an idiot and didn't just ball where you weren't at, right? But also here, dude, you get oh yeah, that guy's a charge rampage. The only reason he kills you, like that gun. I was like, what fucking gun is that? Yeah. One. Again, you have no mag flatline, no maggery. If you have a mag on your flatline, I think you might kill this guy here. And like any mag at all. And you're just taking a straight like 1v3 here. Like sure you shoot on the first guy, and this guy you actually kill, right? And but then you shot the last guy. Loot obviously contributes a big problem to this here, but also you want to try and make sure that you're not running away from fights too early. Like here earlier, like I said earlier here, if you run from this fight, you have nothing, and you're probably gonna lose because you don't have no meds, right? You kind of just need to fight them here. I know it's not. I know it's a lot more dangerous and it's a lot riskier, less likely to get you cool kill or like kills overall, but it's more likely to contribute to a good game. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
You need to look more at the game macro and like the important like meta aspects of the game. Like, hey, I need this game for like either YouTube or stream or whatever, or unless at the is this a smart fight to take? Because the answer is gonna be like no 90% of the time. It's no fill. It's not smart to play no fill.
Yeah.
Especially for your sanity, right? But no mags here also makes this hard. You actually kind of get lucky because you have purple armor, right? I mean, you don't even have purple armor. You have blue armor. I lied.
Yeah, off one.
Yeah, you leveled up, right? So you're trying to win a blue armor 1v3 here with flatline re, which is honestly like not that good. A couple seasons ago, I would say that was good, but that flatline just is so.
For a YouTube video.
You should be defaulting the high ground, and this guy's gonna take it. You should already be up there as soon as you see that they're flying. You should be up here. If this wasn't just like one solo guy, and it's not. Why is that guy just low? Why is that guy just low? I guess he flew from Storm.
Yeah.
See how easy these fights are when you have loot? Well, you know, they're not even that easy, but yeah. See, This is exactly what I want you doing in other fights too. Like you
Mhm.
you can play them fine. You can play these fights pretty fine. Finding an opening can be hard for you, but when you have the loot, you can kill people. You're just
Mhm.
getting fucked because you don't have loot most of the time. You're not guaranteed to have loot every time all the time. Don't
Mhm.
obviously. You're gonna walk out of you're gonna walk out of POIs with no mags or anything like that. But you should walk out of POIs with no mags after you kill everybody, right?
Yeah.
This is like the main thing you need to focus on, okay?
Mhm.
Like again, look at how well this fight goes when you have loot. Like you can at least isolate enemies, you can output lots of damage. You just can't do that without a mag. Like it's like actually,
Mhm.
I mean, to one clip a purple armor with an R9 is to hit. You have to hit every single bullet. You cannot miss a single
Mhm.
one or land a leg shot on anyone.